Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make a math worksheet from one of my favorite websites for worksheets and how to do that with text boxes where you can type in answers. All right, so I have one pulled up already, mathaids.com. It is an amazing website. You can create worksheets for just about every math topic. So we're going to go here, create it, and this is the worksheet that we are going to create and put into Google Slides. All right, so you pull up your Google Slides. Now you will notice our worksheet is not the same as this slide, and we want to turn this slide into an 8.5 by 11 size as the worksheet. So we go to File, and you're going to go to Page Setup right down here, and we're going to click Custom. And we're going to change this first box to 8.5, the next one to 11, and hit Apply. You want to clear out those text boxes. All right, so now this slide is ready for our worksheet. Now up here, you have a print button. You're going to hit print, but you are not going to print. Now you're going to need your snipping tool. If you are unfamiliar with the snipping tool, you're going to type in the search box on your computer or whatever function you need to do. I think pretty much every computer has a snipping tool. I have mine saved to my toolbar because I use it frequently. Now your snipping tool, you just click New, and when it goes gray, you are going to put it at one of the corners. You want to make sure you get it to where you're just at the corner, and drag it down to the bottom corner. You can cut off the mathaids.com if you want. I like to leave it on there, give them some credit. And here you have the opportunity to save it if you wanted to save this, and for whatever reason you want to save it as a file. I personally don't want to save it because I want to keep my files a little cleaner. So I'm just going to copy. You can right click, copy, or Control C to copy. And then we're not going to need this anymore. And I'm going to cancel this because I don't need to print it. Unless, of course, I want a paper copy, then I would. And then just so you know, if I want to continue to do two-digit addition, I hit go back and then just hit create again, and it'll give me a whole nother set of problems. All right, so then we're going to go over here and we're going to paste it. And then I'm going to stretch it out so that it fills the whole page. Okay, now I need to turn this, because we don't want this to move. If there is a blue, if it's blue around the edges, that means you can move it. We do not want it to move. So I'm going to add a new slide. And there's two ways to do that. You can either just press Control M, which is my preference, or you can go over here to Slide and hit New Slide. Now, like I said, I prefer Control M, and then delete those text boxes. All right, we're going to come right up here to this first slide that we did, and we're going to download it. And we're going to download it as a PNG. And it's going to download right here. And then we're going to go over here to this empty brand new slide, and we're going to make that a background. We're going to choose image. And the one that we just downloaded, it is now downloaded as a PNG, which is a type of background, or I'm sorry, a type of image. And now you'll notice there are no blue lines because this is the background, and I can get rid of this slide. Okay, so here is our worksheet. Now we need to add text boxes. I like my students to type in their name. And if they would be writing their name, they should be typing their name. And I want them to be able to see the text box. I am going to give it a border color, and I'm going to thicken that border just a bit. And you'll see now it is a black border. And you can change the border color. Sometimes I like to make it purple. And then you can also, if you want to have them do a date, you don't need to recreate a text box. You can always just, if you want to keep the format, just move it over there and then adjust your text box size, and then they can double click. Now, if you want the font a little larger, you can adjust the font. You can also adjust the font before you copy it too, and then you can always test it out. And this is, I like that size of font. Okay, so there's your text boxes. Now, for making text boxes down here, you can play around with this actually. You can fill them in and make them gray, which is sometimes preferable. And you can change your font. Now you can also change the alignment if you want the numbers to be aligned a little differently. And then you can also practice typing in the number to see how the number is going to align. So here, 86 plus 25. How does that work? It looks too small. You want to change that font, and you can make it larger. Does that look about right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that font size looks good, and I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that though, because I don't want an answer there, but I do like the size of that font. I do like the size of my text box. So now I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to line it up. I'm going to move it on over here. And let's see, do I like how it's aligned? It looks about right. And I can see, oh, if I put that number like that, it's not going to quite fit. So let me stretch that box out a bit. And it doesn't quite line up. So I want to make sure I move that over. How about that? Yes, that looks good. Okay, so you just want to play around with it for a little bit because you want to make sure that when your students go in to type in their answers that the numbers will fit. Sometimes what I'll do is I will type 3 zeros or 3 nines to make sure that they will all fit in there. The worst thing you want is to have students enter in their answers and the numbers get all jumbled, or them just decide that they don't want to do it because it doesn't fit, and then they try and use that as an excuse for not doing their work. All right, and we can again try this out, and you only have to do this for the first few boxes because your numbers are aligned, your problems are all aligned below you. So we're just going to do this for the first few, and then it's going to it'll pick up. Now the other thing you can do is you'll notice that these boxes will align. You see the blue lines, and that tells you that they're all equally spaced apart. And we can do this, make sure they're still lined up. Yep, they sure are. Okay, so now we're going to click all 4 of these boxes, and then we're going to copy and paste. And down, copy and paste again. Otherwise, it'll just paste it right back up at the top, and I don't want to have to do that. Okay, so great. There we go. We have all of our text boxes in there. Now, let's say I want to do this again with more worksheets, and I'm going to do 12 problems again with the same type of worksheet like I showed you before. So I don't want to have to go through this entire process again. I want to make it even quicker next time. So what I like to do is I keep another file open. I call it my nifty buttons and tools. And all the things that I use over and over, I just paste them in here. So this was something that I used for telling time. I made a lot of telling time worksheets, so I just pasted the frame. These were problems that I made myself. You could edit the numbers, and then these were the text boxes to go over them. And I had made, I used these for different things that different worksheets. So I just like to keep those things there. Now, what I can do here is I can Control A to select all of them, Control C to copy them. Now, when I come over here, I want to do another worksheet. Here was that worksheet that I had created another one of. Let's see. Going to copy this one. And I'm making it just about the same size. I'm going to go through this whole process again. It is going to be just about the same size with just negligible difference. And I'm going to download this as a PNG. And I'm moving quickly. And then I can get rid of that one. Coming back over here. So let's do this. I'd already copied something else. I copy this and let's see how this works. Paste it and there you go. In the same spot. If we want to double check on the problems, you can see that they are indeed different problems. Now, those two problems are basically the same problem with just digits changed. So we'll still have 111 for our answer, but you can see here that the numbers still match up. So we're good to go. And there are two worksheets, and then I can also just copy this slide, and then I can make a, let's see, I can make a new presentation. And here we go. Change my page setup like I had for the other one. And paste that slide. And now I have two separate documents. And I can go ahead and delete this one off of here. And now I have two worksheets ready to post into my Google Classroom. And it really didn't take very long. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. And now you know how to do it quickly. Plus, you found a really cool website, mathaids.com. And no, they did not pay me for that.